Hello. How are you? You feeling good? You doing well? I wanted to tell you people, you wonderful, beautiful, amazing people. By the way, how are you? You feeling well? You doing well? I sure hope you are, because I'm doing great, even though it's 180 billion% weather temperature outside right now. I want to melt.
What kind of place is this?
Anyway, I have an analogy for you. Alright, let's say one day your dad gives you his amazing car. Let's say he has this incredible car that he got from his father that he passed down to you, alright? And it's this, let's say it's a 65 Chevy Impala. Beautiful, gorgeous black car, nice and shiny, all polished up, leather interior, the works, right? And he wants you to take care of it now, alright? He wants you to change the oil and give any needed repairs it has, polish it up, keep it nice, and just cherish it. Because it was your father's, you want to keep it nice, alright? And then let's say some bank teller comes up to you one day and he says, oh, sorry, your dad never actually paid all of his debt, so now we got to repossess the vehicle. But hey, you know what? We're going to take good care of it for you. And you're like, oh gosh, seriously? Okay, here it is. It's yours now, I guess, you know. Take it. And you're sitting there watching them take care of it. You see them drive it away, and let's say you follow them home and you watch them take it into their shop, and they start taking out the interior and then replacing the interior with, let's say, from black leather seating to hot pink leather seating. And the reason they say that they wanted to put that in there was because they wanted girls to really like it. And you're like, oh my gosh, it doesn't look anything like the original anymore. Like, why would you do that? And they're like, oh, don't worry, it's just one minor change. We're not going to do anything else to make it even worse. And then the next week you see what they're doing, and you look over and they've taken out the entire engine and they've replaced the engine now with, let's say, I don't know, a deep fryer. And they're like, we want to include all fry cook people so that they can enjoy this amazing car. And you're like, well, the car isn't even a car anymore. It won't even go anymore. Like, what's the deal? And they're like, oh, don't worry, it's not that big of a deal. It's not a huge major change or anything like that. Just don't even worry about it. Then next thing they do is they take the nice black polished paint and they replace it with rainbow stripes and unicorns all over the front of it. And now at this point you're like, it doesn't even look like my dad's car anymore, and you guys have ruined it and you don't even know why. And then you start telling them that they've absolutely ruined this beautiful machine that used to be your father's, that you would cherish, and they start accusing you, oh, you just don't understand the changes that we've made, and you're just trying to make it seem like we've made this thing so much worse than it actually is. And you're like, no, it actually is horrible, and you're just ruining everything, and you've destroyed my father's car and his legacy. And they're like, oh, they start accusing you, oh, but you must hate deep fryers, you must hate fry cooks now then, shouldn't you? You must hate people that like the color pink. You're the bigot, you're the racist one, you're the sexist, you need to be boycotted, and how dare you ever challenge any of the reasons we decided to change this car at all. Let's say they start accusing you and they start taking it to court. How dare you bigot, you racist, homophobic, narcissistic pervert. How dare you do any of these things and accuse us of what we did with this car, okay? It wasn't even your car in the first place, and you should love everything that we do with this car. But then they look around and they see that, oh my gosh, everybody else doesn't like it anymore either. Everybody else is kind of like, what the freak? Why were you doing that? Why would you ever do that to the amazing 64 Chevy Impala? It was beautiful. Why would you ever change it the way that you did? Why couldn't you have made your own car? Why didn't you have done something yourself with the tools that you had? Why did you have to destroy this amazing legacy? And we're never buying anything from you again. So they start backtracking and being like, well, this is why we did this. This is why we're doing this. This is why it needs to be done. And all of you guys need to just support it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. We love it. And they look around and they're like, oh my goodness, what have I done? They start looking and internalizing it themselves, and they realize, oh my gosh, what have we done to this amazing? Except that part never happens. They just start accusing everybody that's in the entire crowd that they're all horrible horrible people, even though they're the ones that came to the barbecue and they're the ones that are going to spend their money at the barbecue and no longer want to see this stupid, horrible piece of garbage car that isn't even a car anymore, that doesn't even resemble anything near the original Chevy Impala that it used to be. Is any of that resonating with you right now?
Do you understand?
If it's not, then you missed the analogy, but hey, that's okay. Everybody's unhappy at this point. And again, if you didn't see the analogy here, then I don't know how to help you, but I sure hope it's pretty clear what I've been saying. That's what you're doing, Amazon. You've taken our beautiful Chevy Impala and you've turned it into a absolute disturbing, horrible, demented, deformed version of itself. And nobody likes it. Okay. Also, we're the ones at the barbecue. We're the ones spending money. You might want to make something that we all like, rather than just trying to check all those boxes. But maybe I'm an idiot for thinking that. But I don't think I am.